Welcome, and this is going to be an introduction to the TPC 50 Guitars of Praise. And in this introduction, I'm going to explain some things that we'll want to do when we're playing, and I'm going to go over some chords. So one of the things to keep in mind is that, we're playing a lot of songs and we're playing a lot of different chords and everything, and I realize that everybody's skill level is at varying levels. Try to find a way that works best for you. You don't have to do everything exactly the way that I do, or that whenever we play with the other people that are going to be playing the guitars. You know, just find something that's easy and simple for you. A lot of times we may have a certain riff that's going on that maybe something that's kind of busy like this, just like and if it's real hard to keep up with the tempo for you, then you can do something simple just by doing whole notes. Just let those chords ring. Just what you want it to do is just keep it simple for you, so that everything will sound in time, because whenever you have 50 guitars, there will be a lot of different parts going on, and so it's going to sound good when it's all put together. So try to find something that's easy for you, and it'll fit nicely into the piece. As long as we keep it in key and we keep it in time, everything should be really awesome. So the things you're going to need to be able to do the 50 Guitars of Praise, you're going to need an acoustic, of course, and then something else is you'll need a capo. And what this is allows you to change the key of what you're playing based on essentially moving the open string nut here up and down the neck. So like we may have one song that's in G, so you got G, C, and D. Well, you can capo on the second fret and then play that G, C, D by just moving up, and now we got A. So A and then D and E. So you'll need a capo. And then what I find really helpful, although we'll probably have several of these up there that you can use, so this is a tuner that just clips on the end of the acoustic, so that I can make sure to tune, and we can do it before songs, or at least before we start the service. Just make sure you're tuned up. So it's helpful to have a little tuner, a little clip-on tuner. I think I got this from Amazon for like 15 bucks. And or you can go to Guitar Center. Same thing on the capo. Capo, I think, was like 15, 20 bucks or whatever from Guitar Center if you don't have one. So it's not going to be a prerequisite to have a capo, but it will make things much more simple, especially if you know just a couple of chords like G, C, D, or E, A, and B. Then you can use a capo to really kind of move up and down the neck and play those chords you're comfortable with, but play them in the key that we're actually doing the song. Okay, so on this part, I'm going to go ahead and start covering the chords, and this probably will end up getting split between two videos, since there's several chords here. And then I'm going to have several videos where I'll show you how the song's actually going to sound. And the tempo may change a little bit whenever we go in to play it live, or it may slow down a little bit. But this here is kind of help give you an idea of what to expect, and give you something to kind of practice around and be able to know and get comfortable with the songs. So up on the side is going to be a document that I'm putting up there that'll show you how the chords are laid out on the guitar. And this is just to give you a visual representation of what those chords are going to look like. So we're pretty much going to be doing these in alphabetical order, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then I'll show you the different variations. So we'll start off with the A chord. Okay, so what I'm playing here is I'm playing the open 5th string, and then using my middle finger to do the 2nd fret on the D string, and which is your 4th string, and then I'm using my ring finger to give me the 2nd fret on the G string, which is your 3rd string, and then I'm using my pinky to give to do the 2nd fret on the B string. So pinky, ring, index. And whenever you're fretting a chord, always try to get as close to the fret that you can. So right here, trying to hit that 2nd fret. So here we go with 5th, and then 4th, 3rd, and 2nd. Okay. Now the X's on the chart is because we really don't need this high E or this low E involved in it. So we're only hitting those middle strings. So that's A. And then whenever we're playing in the key of E, we'll take our pinky off and let that B and E string ring open. So that chord variation is only to be used whenever we're playing in the key of E, because otherwise the notes won't sound right. Okay, so we got A, and we got this open A. Okay, so for A7, we do an A chord, but we take our ring finger off, and so that G string is going to be open. So that's an A7. Okay, and then the A over C sharp's a little tricky, but what we do is I usually will bar the 4th string, 3rd string, and 2nd string, and then I'll take my ring finger and I'll fret this 4th fret on the 5th string. So that's an A over C sharp. Okay, and then the A over E, play the same thing as an A, but we don't hit this open A string here. Anytime you have a chord that has A slash or a chord slash another one, the note that's on the right is your bass note, which normally the bass player would play if we have a bass guitar there. And the note on your right, or on the left, is actually the chord that's being played. So whenever we do this and it's just on a guitar, if you can't play the bass note, or a lot of times will be omitted, if you'll just ignore whatever normally is the bass note. So on an A chord, that open A is normally your bass note. So we would just omit that and hit the, what would that be? The 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. Okay, but for this A over E, this E right here, which is the 2nd fret of the D string, is our bass note. So we're just going to go 4th, 3rd, 2nd. Okay, A minor. So if we were to do the A, take our pinky off and fret this 1st string on the B string, or the 1st fret on the B string, then that would be our A minor. Gives a nice kind of mellow sound. Okay, so then the A minor 7 is the same thing as that A minor, except for that we take our ring finger off, and then for our 7th we're going to add this G on there. Okay, so we got A open, we got that 2nd fret on the D string, open G string, and then 1st fret on the B string, 3rd fret on the E string. Okay, and then that A minor 2, we'll just omit and not play this bottom E string. So we have the A open, we've got the 2nd fret on the D string, and then we leave the G open, and then we play the first fret on the B string, and that'll be our A2. Okay, so that's for the A, and you can always rewind back as you need to for this, and and that way you can take a look at each chord and replay it, and so that way you can make sure you get that chord down. Okay, so for the B, we're going to go, essentially it's the same thing as like we would normally play the A, but we're going to slide that up a whole step up to 2nd fret, 4th, 2nd fret on the 5th string, 4th fret on the 4th string, 4th fret on the 3rd string, and 4th fret on the B string, which is your 2nd string. So there's your B, and whenever we're playing in the key of E, you can actually just move your ring and your pinky up. So you got first, and then you got the 2nd string on the 5th fret, 4th fret on the 4th string, and 4th fret on the 3rd string, and then you play the B string and the E string open, which is your 2nd and 1st string. Okay, but that's only for the key of E. That B over D sharp is how we played that A over C sharp. We're just going to slide that up a whole step. So we got the 6th fret on the 5th string, 4th fret on the 4th string, 4th fret on the 3rd string, and 4th fret on the 2nd string. And I just bar the 4th fret and use my ring finger to get that low in. Another way to play the B over D sharp whenever we're playing in the key of E is to use your middle finger and your ring finger on the 9th fret, which is usually whenever you have the dots on the guitar, you have your 3, 5, 7, 9. 9 is going to be the dot before the double dots, which is your octave, your 12th fret. And on the A and the D string, which is your 5th and 4th string, is I'll sit there and use my ring and pinky for that. And then I take my first finger and I'll play on the 8th fret of the G string. So essentially the same thing as an E chord, I just slide it on in. So you get that real nice. Okay. And B minor, so if we had our B that we normally have, we move our ring finger and our pinky up a string so that we're playing the 4th fret on the 4th and 3rd string, and then I take my middle finger and I put it on this 3rd fret on the B string. Okay, and this finger is laying across all the strings. This is what we're calling barring. So that gives us a B minor. Okay, B flat. If I took that B that we were playing earlier and I move it down a half step, that's a B flat. Okay, and then the B flat over F, if I just take this first finger and I bar the 6th string and the 5th string, which is F and B flat. That's the B flat over F. And then the B flat over D is if I bar my 3rd strings and then use my pinky. So it's like the A over C sharp, slide it up a half step, and that's your B flat over D. Okay? And we're going to stop it, and then we'll have the next video cover the rest of the chords.